Good afternoon, welcome back to BTHQ Banter and Happy New Year. Let's start with an apology, shall we? At the end of 2020, I came to you and said that I was not going to be doing BTHQ Banter anymore on a weekly basis, and that instead it would turn into a monthly video. We are now partway into March. Have you seen a BTHQ Banter yet this year? No. Needless to say, this is the very first time this camera has been switched on in 2021. I have been an absolute disaster at doing any form of filming. Now, to give me my credit, in September, October, as you may well be aware, 2020, my marriage ended. And as such, there was quite a lot going on in my life, as well as quite a lot going on here in the studio. We'd been allowed to reopen for a very short while. We'd been running some very socially distanced classes. Everything was all up in the air. We didn't know where we were with Christmas. And as those of you who live in the UK know, we didn't know where we were with seeing our family and friends over the festive period or anything. We were all completely and utterly up in the air. So needless to say, when we closed at Christmas and we were told we weren't going to be allowed to reopen for the foreseeable future, my body and my brain shut down. For the last 2 months, I can hand on heart say I have pretty much been hibernating. There would have been absolutely nothing to show you had I picked up the camera. I've been in here probably for about 2 hours a week on average for the last couple of months, just packaging fabric orders and shipping them out and doing the occasional click and collect, and that has literally been it. I haven't been doing any online teaching, I haven't been doing any videoing, I haven't done any recording. I've really just knuckled down and focused on my family and sorting my life out, and as such there's been nothing to show you, so I've just switched off. But I'm back, as you can see. I've had a nice couple of months actually, although my brain has been a little bit foggy. I'll be honest, my mental health hasn't been brilliant. There has been some really lovely things happening that I've been enjoying. I've had some nice company, shall we say. I'll leave that there for now. Maybe come back to that in a few weeks' time. And I have finally got my groove back. The kids go back to school on Monday here in the UK. How long they'll manage that for, who's to say? But I am ready to get back and get cracking. Now, the studio itself can't reopen for quite some time yet, although we will be allowed to open for retail as of the middle of April, and potentially if we were to use that close contact provision kind of link that I used back when we were in tier 4, I think it was, or tier 3, and I got round doing classes. Technically I could do some classes, but I've decided not to. I'm not going to start doing classes again until May, when cafes and restaurants are allowed to reopen and the rule of 6 comes back into play. And at that point I'm going to invite in any of my final people that still need to rebook from 2020. And I'm not going to start doing proper classes until all of the rules and everything are back to normal in June. I just can't cope with it. It was so much for most of last year. All I was worried about was how far apart my pupils were and whether they had a mask on their face or not. They weren't enjoying themselves. I wasn't enjoying it. And that's not what BTHQ is all about. So you're going to see a very gentle, very slow return to normality here. But what I have promised is that over the next couple of months, while we're quiet and I've got this wonderful space, I'm going to make use of it. Starting today, I'm going to set back up my live stream cameras so that I can start doing some live classes and some live sew-alongs. I have a huge suitcase to my right full of clothes, which is absolutely everything that I have made in the last 12 months. that I haven't filmed and put on here on YouTube. So again, I'm going to be doing some more what I've been sewing videos, which I know you love. And I've also got some tutorials up my sleeve that I haven't decided whether I'm going to do them as just standalone video tutorials or whether I'll do them as live sew-alongs and live make-alongs, and then they'll stay on the channel as tutorials. I'm also going to get my lovely Glyn, my filming guy, in for a couple of days, probably in April or May time, and we're going to crack on and film some new online courses for you. So it's all exciting times. Baby steps, as one of my clients said. I'm not going to throw myself head first into work again. I just can't do it. I need to focus on me first, and then the business has to come second. This will always be my baby, and I'm very proud to say that we are still here. We are only here thanks to the government grants that I've been fortunate enough to secure, both for my self-employed basis but also the retail grants. If I hadn't have had those, then I can hand on heart say that I would have had to have handed the keys back to the landlord of this lovely studio. So I'm very thankful for that, although I appreciate the economy is going to be paying for it for quite some time. We are still here, so thanks very much, Rishi. Anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to get cracking. I'm going to do a little bit of videoing today just so you can see what I've got up to today, and then I'm going to go home, edit this all together and upload it for you, because I know you've been waiting to see my wonderful face for so long, but I don't want to make you wait. So let's crack on. First things first, a bit of furniture moving. Which is, I know you've missed it, and I'm going to get my live stream area set up, get the computer all set up and make sure that's all working, so when I come in tomorrow morning I can just switch it on and go. I'm going to be doing a live sew along of my tea bag wallet, which is a tutorial that you can find on YouTube. I will link it down below, but I thought it would be quite nice to do a live sew along and see some of you creating it with me. So let's get going. Okay, space is set up, technology is set up. Now I'm going to grab some, well, I'm going to have a look through all of these boxes. Somewhere in here is a box of stock of things that I made ages ago that I used to sell, and I'm hoping that amongst them somewhere is a tea bag holder, because that's what I'm going to be making in my live sew along tomorrow, and I really don't want to have to make one now, so that I've got one that I can show you. So I'm really hopeful that there is one lurking somewhere. Oh, actually I know where there is one. Oh no I don't. Oh no, it's a sewing needle case. Thought I was going to get jammy there, but yeah, so I need to look for one of those. So that's going to be routing through boxes, and then I'm going to cut all of my fabric and get all of my supplies ready so that I know I've got everything to hand. And then it is a case of sitting down and getting one computer to talk to the other and the webcam to talk to everything else. There's nothing for you to see there, so that's just me sitting down having a bit of a technological play for a few hours. So I'll let you know how I get on. That didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to. 2 tea bag holders. Why am I upside down? Oh, there we are. 2 tea bag holders. So if you are watching this tonight, this is what you can sew with me tomorrow. So it's a little pouch. Open it up. We're out of focus. There we go. And you can pop your little tea bags in here. You can put loose ones in if you haven't got little packet teas. and it just does up with a little elastic and a button. You can pop it in your handbag. They make lovely little gifts, and if you do make things to sell at craft fairs, they are super saleable. I used to sell loads of these when I did craft fairs. So as you can see behind me, I'm all set up and prepared. I've set up all the software and everything's working, touch wood. Just need to come in tomorrow, switch it all on, and it should be good to go. I've cut out all my fabric, got everything prepared, and I'm all ready. So I'm gonna go home now, edit this video. It's gonna be very short and sweet, obviously, upload it so that you can see what we're up to, and hopefully some of you will be able to join me for the sew along tomorrow. I'm not making any promises when I'm gonna come back on with another BTHQ banter, because as I said earlier, nothing much is going to change here for the foreseeable anyway, but hopefully there should be some what I've been sewing videos coming up really soon. I'm going to film the first one tomorrow afternoon after I finish that live stream, so fingers crossed I'll actually manage to get my bum in gear and get some content up and loaded for you. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.